Today I'm going to take you guys to see a mall here in Chongqing, China. And you'll see how busy it is. Now today is Saturday, so the weekend. I mean, it'll be pretty busy, but people don't buy a whole lot of items in the brick and mortar stores in the shopping malls. So I just arrived here via subway, and to enter the mall, you have to go through this tunnel. Now this mall here that I am currently in is Daping Mall. Now it's more of a system of buildings as opposed to just one mall. I believe there are buildings from A to building F. So that's pretty big. I mean, that's 6 buildings. They're all interconnected underground as well as above ground. And today I'm going to take you guys outside and we'll see the different levels of the shopping mall. Now you can see as I walk along here, there's some little clothing stores. There's knick-knack shops. There's a coffee shop. Here you have different cakes, different baked goods. These here have a lot of what they call pork floss on them. Now I'm not really sure what pork floss is. I don't know if it's actually pork. I'm sure someone that's currently watching this video knows. I've had it before. I'm not a big fan, but some people really enjoy pork floss. They put it on quite a few desserts here, more cakes than anything else. Now it's not strange to see places like this where they're boarded up. So you can see another one just ahead here. And it's where shops used to be, and they're currently under renovation, or they're going to open a new shop. That happens very often here, all over China. Now we have come into the mall, out of the tunnel. And look at these. I think these are supposed to be Swiss rolls. But like, that's not much of a roll, man. If you ask me, that's just a bunch of whipped cream. Look at them going to town on that thing. Now I love me a good Swiss roll, but that is not a Swiss roll. So I'm not quite sure which building I'm currently in, but there is a hallway to go to building B down there, and then this way goes to building C and D. So possibly I'm in building A. Now these stores here are pretty popular in China, I've noticed. So it's like, you don't know what's in the box. It's a surprise box, I guess. And there's many different kinds. So like that was a Pokemon one. I don't know, this is a Japanese, I guess. But there's different, there's Harry Potter. So within each of these boxes is, I don't know, either a figurine or some sort of a collectible item. And what you'll want to do is purchase the boxes and hope that you can complete the whole collection. And then, I don't know if you keep it or if you sell it. I am pretty sure that there's good money in this if you're able to complete the set. But these things are all over the place. Usually it's like a, I think the name is Pop Mart. Here's like a, there's like a teddy bear store, plushie store, some sort of grand opening. And there's even a lineup to get inside. Oh my God, look at this. So they were set up for that many people. Can you see the amount of line here and rail that they have set up for this store opening? I come to this mall maybe once a month, and things change pretty often. There'd be new stores, new attractions. Now in this section of the mall, what I'm seeing is a lot of actual stores. So clothing shops, there's jewelry stores, there's like Miniso, which is like a little anything and everything store. Usually on maybe the 3rd floor, 4th floor is where you'll find a lot of food restaurants. Chinese mall. So if you're visiting China and you're unsure of where to eat and you don't want the street food, the mall is the best place to go. Any mall in the area. I mean, they're massive. All the malls in this country seem to be massive. But that's where you're going to find some of the best restaurants. So I'm just coming through another tunnel here entering a different building. So you can see they have a New Balance store. Here they have a MLB store. Now, usually the only teams that they'll have in this store are the Yankees and the Red Sox. Sometimes they'll have Dodgers. It seems to be like the only 3 teams that they know exist. I don't even know if they know what the store is because they don't really play baseball here. But you can see right there, you have New York Yankees, you have the Bo Sox, and then you have the LA Dodgers. So I think they just wear it for style, not necessarily they cheer for a team. There are knockoff MLB stores. Maybe I'll have to show you one of those. One is kind of a funny name. It's called MLB USA, but it's all like squished together, so it looks like MLBusa. Now, if I just cross over here, I mean, there's lots of their own brands, it seems. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like yoga attire or leisure attire, leisure wear. But it's like Sin. There's a lot of those. I don't know, like maybe that is a very well-known brand, but I think it's only in China probably. But they have a Nike store here, a very large Nike. And like I said, guys, these malls are huge. So here it opens up to a big circle. And I'll show you here. It's that 5-6 floors and opens up to a sort of a glass ceiling there. Bring you back down and we'll have a look around. So here you have a Fila store, a few people shopping in there. One thing I do notice is people buy sneakers whenever they're out. That's one thing that they will buy in person. Usually clothes they'll order online from these different apps that are available here in China. So here's a Decathlon, a Uniqlo. Those 2 stores are some of the stores that I most frequent because sometimes it's hard to find clothes my size or it's just easier to go there. Here we have a Zara, so it's pretty big. You can see over there, there's a Lee. There's a Converse. Upstairs above those 2 is an Adidas. These places are pretty busy. But no one actually, you don't see people walking around with bags of purchased items. They usually come into the mall, they'll walk around, maybe they'll try something on, but then they end up buying it online through apps. That way it's just delivered to your door and you don't have to carry anything at all. So I don't know how these stores stay open or how they're able to fill these malls because they're huge. Like, you have to sell the space. You have to rent out these spaces to these companies. I don't know how they survive. Is it less busy during the week? So if I came on a Monday, Tuesday, will it be less busy, fewer people? Absolutely. But it's like that all over the world. If it's a work day, people aren't shopping. My reason for coming to this mall today is to meet my partner. So she was here. She had an appointment this morning in this mall, and I came out to meet her, and we're going to have some lunch. So you can come with us, have a look around this mall with us. Where I'll meet her is actually at Tim Hortons. Oh, and I see her inside. Got us some nice Tim Hortons lattes. Sometimes they'll change up their lattes and they have like special offers. Like they have a sweet potato latte. It's actually pretty good. This is a new store that I'm seeing in this mall. It's called Beer Bro. I think many of the clothes are a little too small for most Beer Bros. Don't kill my vibe. No Beer Bros that I've ever met would fit in these clothes. Now you can see from outside here, there's escalators to go up. You can see all these different buildings, so they're all connected with this mall. And you can see the different levels and the different bridges Now, I don't know how they planned all of this. It'd be like planning its own little city. And currently we are on a level with cars. However, if you go up a level, there's also vehicles. And if you go down a level, there's also vehicles. Hello.
Cheers.
All that right in front that you see, it's all mall. There's multiple spas, multiple karaoke bars. Looks like they just painted a staircase for something. What does that say? Happy puppy? Now we just came up 2 floors. We're still outside. There's still cars on this level. And still multiple buildings of this mall. Now, it is pretty busy here, but like I said, you don't see anyone really carrying any products or any purchased items. Everyone comes here, they have a coffee, they find some food, maybe visit a bakery, and they don't really buy any products, any textile goods or anything. Here's a Domino's, massive lineup. This, I believe, is the first Domino's to open in Chongqing City. And that just happened a couple months ago, and there's still that big of a lineup here. I know I've never had to wait in a lineup for a Domino's anywhere else. Have you? I mean, you just go to the next pizza joint. They have Sephora. Finally, we got away from building C, and now we arrive in building A. This should be where we'll find our lunch. You can see a KFC over there. There's a Wilson tennis store over there. Salomon running. It still opens up to this big circle in the middle. You can see the multiple floors. Currently we're on the 2nd floor. We finally made it here to the 5th floor from the 2nd floor. And you can see now we've arrived at more of a restaurant eating level. We have just settled on this Cantonese restaurant. If you ever come to China, everything is done on your phone. So what you do is you simply open your WeChat app. You select scan up here in the top right corner. And then you scan the QR code. So it's that simple. Now, you just simply order everything off of your phone. The one thing about eating meals here in China is that every meal will need some sort of a vegetable. Now that we've finished our meal here, we're gonna head out. Oh, they even have candy. See, they have a little candy store. I know. I heard. 为什么那个不好吃吗？对，没问题。Apparently, I'm not allowed to film candy. It's their store policy. Anyway, moving on, back to what I was saying. We finished eating, so now we're gonna exit this mall. And what I'll introduce to you soon will be a Chinese mall here in China. So, see you in a few seconds. Welcome back. So it's been a couple days for me. Today is a Monday. It's been a couple of seconds for you in this video since you last saw me. And what I want to do today is show you guys inside an actual Chinese mall. And then from that, you can compare the kind of Western mall with Nike and all that stuff to the Chinese mall and see how busy they are. This is where most of the local people here will buy their clothing or their shoes, all their everyday items. All this is made in China, I assume so. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say all of it is made in China. All this clothing that you can see here. So in these Chinese malls, it's just tons, hundreds upon hundreds of all these shops. So here you have a guy just moving shoes around. You have people constantly live streaming in these malls. Now, I believe this level would be for women, but then on maybe the second level, fourth level of this mall would be all for men. Like I said, this is just a Monday, and it's this busy. Most of what you see here right now is clothing, and it's all Chinese branded stuff. So you can see the names. You're not going to recognize any of the brand names in here. It's going to be all Chinese brands. Made here in China. And, you know, a lot of these little shops probably sell on Temu or something that you'd be familiar with. So you can order it online, be very cheap. So often they'll try to make it sound foreign. So they'll put like a English or Roman characters, but then obviously it's supposed to be fashion shoes, but it's fashion shows. But look at all these shoes. So, and I mean, it just says fashion on it. See that? All these sandals, whole bunch of open toe sandals. Just so many different shoes. So why would anyone here go and buy anything like Nike? I get it, I understand. You buy a Nike product or an actual brand name product for the quality of said product. But these, you know, maybe the shoes aren't up to snuff, but for the most part, like the clothes, they're going to be okay. The just everyday items, they're going to be okay. And this mall is, you know, there's many of these Chinese, well, not Chinese, they're actual Chinese malls here in China, and there's many of these all throughout different cities. And this is what they do. They sell live stream on the local TikTok, which is Douyin, or the Xiaohongshu, which is Red Note. They live stream on all these different platforms. It's just meant for shipping. You can see all these packages. And you have people just filling orders. And you can instantly see how different an actual Chinese mall is compared to some sort of international or more Western mall. It's a lot busier, a lot more hectic. People barter here. They try to bring the price down. But like I said, it's just meant for shipping in bulk and filling orders. And there's just hundreds upon hundreds of all these shops. It's pretty crazy. But there's just so many of these. And they're tall. It's not like they're only one floor or two floors. Like these are 7, 8 floors of all these shops. All this just pure shopping. So now we just entered another building near that one that we were just in. And it's the same stuff. It's just more clothes, more. So this one says something is happen in the Wu Mei. But it's just more of the same. It's all clothes. Like here you have pajamas, so that's a all fancy pajama store. Here you have pants. Looks like a all pants store, and they're 50 RMB for basically a pair of jeans. Here it is 60 RMB, 68, sorry, for like linen pants or some sort of a work loose pant. Sorry, I'm not that good at describing clothing, but I think you get the point. It's not expensive. Hey, ni hao. It's just not expensive, and they can come here and purchase whatever they want. So why would they go to a bigger mall and purchase something else? They don't need it. So now I've shown you inside more international mall, the Daping Mall, and I've also shown you a Chinese mall. Now you can compare. What do you think? Do you think that China's economy is suffering from this. Both malls are pretty busy. This one, these ones here, the actual Chinese malls, I believe they have more people. It's a Monday. Like the other one was a Saturday. It's a Monday here and it's still so busy. If you have your own opinion about what you've seen from these videos here, please let me know down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me to these two different malls and you can compare on your own. See you in the next one.